high-intensity training principle will guarantee optimal progress. While it is true that each of us are unique as personalities, it is also true that we are physiologically alike, making our training requirements practically identical. Yes, there are those who will gain faster than others, owing to differences in existing levels of fitness into the age and in innate adaptability to exercise. The important point to remember here is that you will grow progressively larger and stronger muscles only when you train with increasing levels of intensity. This is universal and applies to all human beings.
Fucking scientific, fucking logical understanding of the sentence. The more you put in, the more you get out. So stop fucking making excuses. Get out there and do whatever the fuck it takes to reach your fucking goals.
Come on. Talented? I wasn't talented in bodybuilding. Any genetics? I didn't have any, I wasn't talented in business. But the thing is, I was telling David about this earlier, I had this attitude that I can do. There's nothing I can't do. If I can squat 400, 535 or how many, 23, whatever it was, I can do anything. I believe that. And it worked. Because I believed it.
Yeah! Come on, baby! Come on, come on! Yeah! Come on, kid! Come on, baby!
Intense training with purposeful behavior.
Okay, so it's been a little over a week, I think. Been busy. I went to Houston last weekend. I saw Iron Unk, Dro. I almost saw Train Baby, but I had to go back to school since I only went because of the MYK weekend. So I missed Train Baby and Dev lifts, Braden, all of them. I think they're here today, which is today's Thursday. No, today's Friday, so missed them by 1 week, sadly. But I got to meet everyone. I missed out on dinner with Nate Bennett and everyone else. I fell asleep at my girlfriend's house, so I missed it, but it's fine. I think I'll see them again in like 3 weeks or 2.5 weeks for my client show, Bob Knob. Really excited to see how he looks on stage. I do wish his legs were a little bit more conditioned, but pretty happy with all the, especially the drastic weight change that we had, and also the conditioning we brought for his first show. Could have been better, but can't really do anything about it. Hitting full body today. It's like, I think 4:30 a.m. right now. I have school in like 2.5 hours. My breakfast this morning was cream rice, 80 grams, and then 93 grams of cinnamon toast crunch for some extra carbs. I took 7 units of insulin this morning. I'm trying to cut. I did get a little bit chubby over the winter break. If you can see from my YouTube videos, each video I'm getting a little bit more fluffier. I'm trying to just bring that back down. I'm trying to lean down to like 10% body fat before my next blast. So I do plan to blast for 30 to 50 weeks hopefully, if my bloods allow me to, and if I can reduce the oxidative stress by taking glutathione and having a smart stack. That's really what I care about right now. I'm trying to lose as much body fat as I can within the next few weeks, because I think I have 2.5 weeks until I start blasting again. I get bloods beforehand, check my bloods, check my AST, ALT, CRP, everything to see if I'm healthy. Any inflammatory markers are out of range. It's all good. I'm just gonna go ahead and blast. I'm trying to push to 180 and one blast, 180 or 190. That will be an insane look. I did put on a decent amount of size for my next, for my last blast, so I'm pretty happy with that. I'm really excited to push more insulin, push more food for my next cycle, just because I'm probably really hungry, and I think I really nailed my dieting for this health phase. All the micronutrients, all the vegetables, all the fruits I'm eating with every single meal. Digestion walks definitely helps a lot. I should have incorporated more of those in my last blast, but live and you learn. I think right now I'm just still trying to prioritize my back, because in classic physique, back is probably one of the most important parts you can have. The thickness, the width, just something I really need to work on. It's like definitely a worst body part, and my arms too. But I'll say my chest needs more work than my arms. Just gonna play by ear at this point. Trying to see how I look within the next few weeks, and then change from there. I don't want to keep on changing my my program every few weeks. I just changed it recently because I just saw in the first clip the lat pull down finally started working again at my gym. They fixed the seating, which was the issue, so I can finally do lat pull down now. But did 2 sets of that, 1 set of sagittarose and 1 set of kelsos. I'd say pretty good. I like it a lot. I really like the lat pull down machine. It feels really good. My friend, I sent the clip to my friends. They said I need more external rotation, which I was working on in my first 2 sets. If you can tell, I haven't really posted clips of me training with that, just because they're pretty busy with life, you know. I have this set, chest pullovers, and then delts, and I'll talk about the Greg Doucette situation in a second.
The storm might take from you.
So with the whole Greg Doucette, Charlie, Fonz, and who's the other guy? There's the other guy that made a video about me. I think that is pretty funny, to be honest. I could see their points of trying to, you know, that I shouldn't hop on because I'm too young, or that, oh, you should build a natural base, but just they don't understand context. And some of the guys like Charlie, he thinks that you can easily put on 25 pounds, that's what he said in the comments, 25 pounds of muscle with newbie gains plus, you know, plus PEDs. And I don't think he understands that Big Ramy, I'm pretty sure, put on 15 pounds per year. And Big Ramy is a genetic phenomenon. He is a top tier, you know, genetic anomaly, and 15 pounds only, 15 pounds. And to say that a 17-year-old kid can put on 25 pounds, something that is far greater than 99.9% of any, you know, person's genetic response is weird. It's weird, and the entire video that he made, it did nothing but give an opportunity for people to shit on me and also Dro, because why is he, you know, including Dro, you know, in the video? It's just giving people opportunity to, you know, shit on him, even though he has an amazing physique and he is natural. Like, I understand that we're like a pretty similar size, but there's context to everything, and he's ignoring it on purpose just to make me look bad. He's doing nothing but just for monetary gain. I think it's weird. I think the entire thing is pretty weird. I also think it's funny. It gave my account pretty good traction. I guess that's all that matters, or that's all that matters. I guess I just I need to post more on Instagram. That's what I need to work on. TikTok wise, I got a strike, so my account was I think shadow banned for a little bit, but I think it's back. I made a video about how to inject testosterone. It did pretty well, 20-something thousand views in a day. I'm pretty happy with that. I need to post more. I need to lock in on YouTube more often. Last week I posted twice. This week I'm gonna post once. I'm trying to post every single week. It's just that I get busy sometimes, and especially with traveling a lot, I should probably get better with just editing on the car or editing on you know, the plane, since that's just a free time I can edit YouTube videos. So that's probably something I need to consider. But right now, I reallocated 1 set of my chest to my delts and 1 set to my from hamstrings to my triceps, because I think that my hamstrings have caught up a lot to my physique, and it's no longer a weak point. It's certainly almost a strong point on physique, and there's no point in, you know, amplifying that strong point when I could just bring up my arms, since my triceps, since that is something that is really lacking in my front double bicep. I think arms matter more because they're literally in every single shot. Your delts and your arms are literally in every single shot, and I think it's just smart to focus on your arms more rather than your hamstrings, especially at this point where my legs are definitely the strongest part of my physique. Also just want like Death Star shoulders. So 2 sets of lateral raises, 1 set shoulder press. I think it would be perfect to bring my you know, classic shape back in, especially when you know, I hop back on, all the glycogen stores fill up and all the nitrogen retention. It'll have a pretty insane look, I would say, since test EQ and trend hex is gonna give me a really dry look, and especially while being lean, I think I'm gonna be looking really full. And every time I get lean, my views like skyrocket. When I was really lean on Superdraw, I think my account gained like 2,000 followers in the span of like 3 weeks, which was it's pretty good. It's pretty good, I would say. But I'm also kind of wary of posting my cycle and stuff, because there are people who literally copy it. There are people who told me that they copy my Superdraw cycle just because they saw me do it. They just don't understand context. That's something that I'm really worried about with being transparent. But I'd rather be the person that's transparent and honest, and that's the sort of person people can look towards for information and look towards for guidance and how to mitigate these side effects that come with using gear. But I think that some people just if they're gonna hop on regardless and they're not gonna listen, I can't really do anything about it, especially if they're gonna do Superdraw anyways. I probably should have made videos about how to mitigate those side effects and why I was using Superdraw. I wasn't using it just for for strength to build muscle. I was just testing it for future peak weeks. I was literally just testing it because I wanted to use it for a peak week in the future, and I wouldn't use it in any off season otherwise. Same with any orals, I just wouldn't use it in the off season. Maybe D-ball, but I just wouldn't use orals or any injectable orals since they're not really needed. I'd rather save those for a prep phase, since you're using the harsher compounds in those phases. Yeah, that's pretty much it for what I want to say. I'll be back for my post-workout meal. I have 2 dates and a slot bowl. It's just rice with a lot of water and veggies and meat, which is it's high volume. It keeps me full, and I'm back on Retta, which is I'm using 2.5 milligrams a week, injected every single day, and that's about like 0.32 something milligrams per day. I don't notice that much of a difference in the hunger, but it does help with insulin sensitivity, which is pretty good. I'm just really trying to diet down as fast as possible so I can start blasting again, and so I can be in a better mental state, especially while being lean. I do feel better. I do see it do better. It's just better overall. But I don't really regret. I regret it a little bit eating over the winter break, but it was with my family, so something to consider. But I'm trying to really lock in this year. No more, slacking off. I'm really trying to push to 190 or 180, which is pretty much my weight cap. Hopefully I can compete in the late 2026 or early 2027. And I shoot for that pro card at 20 or 19, hopefully. But I have time. I definitely have time. I don't want to push the limits too far. Post-workout meal, it's just slop, which I said earlier. It's just a lot of water with a lot of rice. 2 dates, it's about like 170-ish grams of carbs, not too much. I'm not using insulin with this meal, so pretty moderate with the amount of carbs. Finishing my intro workout, because I didn't finish it. I'm gonna try to get another liter of water before I get to school. It's 6:05, so I have time to just chill, watch YouTube, and then I might do some cardio and sit on the massage chair for a little bit. But yeah, I'm gonna eat this post-workout meal. Okay, I just ate my post-workout meal. Right now, I'm just doing some extra cardio for before school. I have time to do more cardio, so just walking for some digestion. Probably do like 10 to 15 minutes on this, and then hop on the massage chair and just chill out for a little bit, edit some TikToks. But I think it's really important for insulin sensitivity that you're not just sitting around. If you're a bodybuilder, it's not just eating and training. You have to make sure you're doing your cardio and getting your steps in. I've been trying to get 12 to 10,000 every single day, and I think by the end of the year I'll see on my Apple Watch, on the health app, how many steps I've been getting every single day on average, and been hitting that pretty consistently. So I know I'll get above 10K, but hopefully I can hit 12K since during the summer I'll be moving to Houston, and I have an apartment with I'm trying to get a standing desk, and then I have a walking pad so I can stand and do my work that way, or I can just stand and play video games because it is during the summer. I'll be out of school, but I might get a job just to see if I can support myself a little bit more financially. Just depends on how these next few months go with coaching and social media, everything else. Yeah. The big goal for this year is to hit 190 or 180. I know I said it over and over again, but I really want to push weight cap this year. But I don't want to lose conditioning. That's the most important thing. I'm not trying to, yes, I'm okay with gaining a little bit of body fat, but I don't want to lose the conditioning to the point where I become insulin insensitive and I have to cut my blast short because my health markers are getting skewed because I'm getting fat, or I'm becoming insulin insensitive and I have to use Lantus and Humalog to compensate for my, excess body fat. And for cheat meals, how I'm managing that is, yes, I probably shouldn't have cheat meals, but in the scenario that I have cheat meals, I'm only gonna have if I'm eating with someone else, like a family member or my girlfriend, or if it's free. But sometimes, even if it's free, I'm still gonna deny it. Even if some people ask me, I'm still gonna deny it. But there are occasions where I'm okay with eating out. I'm okay with, managing my macros, just, planning for these cheat meals. Since I think having a social life is still pretty important as, someone who wants to be a bodybuilder. If you're closing yourself off and just, staying at home every single day, living in a box, like I think Dorian D said that, it's hard. It's hard to live that life. And it's definitely not something that I'm gonna do because I do prioritize my social life and my mental health. I think it's really important, and it is reflected in your recovery, since if you're constantly in a stress state, you have high cortisol and you're not able to recover better. I think it's just a pretty underrated thing that people don't consider when thinking about bodybuilding and everything else. Obviously, with cheat meals, I'm not gonna overdo it. I'm not gonna eat 10,000 calories in one day for a cheat meal. It'll be just simple, lean meat, some carbs that still fits, within my macro range. If not 200 or 300 above, and I'll just do extra cardio that day, or I'll eat less the next day to compensate for that. It's not just, eating something blindly. Yeah. Like pretty much for YouTube video, I probably should address, all the social media stuff a lot more in one video rather than just a training video, but I just haven't found the time to, and I need to think about how I want to present myself and articulate myself against, Greg said, since obviously I know he's going to make a video about this, or I know that people are going to watch the video and, critique me about the way I respond to it. And to be fully honest, I don't blame Greg. I don't blame Greg for, wanting to preach for people to stay natural, because he doesn't cherry pick about anyone. He, even said C-Bum should have stayed natural for years and then to hop on. Even with Anton, Anton's the youngest Ifbb pro, he said that he should have waited a little bit. And he doesn't just cherry pick. That's what I really, sort of respect about Greg. But I still don't like him as a creator. I just think that him as a character is a lot better than, these people like Fonz and Charlie, who just choose to cherry pick because they know that it's going to get them views. And same with Marcus Fit. Everyone else that's been doing videos on me, it's weird. It's just weird that, it's obvious they're doing it just for monetary gain. Yeah, that pretty much wraps this video. Let me know if there's any questions in the comments. I'm gonna try to address everything soon, and I'll be replying to everyone. And I have another TikTok account. It's Dude Talks, where if you comment something on my videos, I'll reply with that account on a short form content video when I'm in a parking lot, or if I'm on a treadmill, just so I'm able to answer your questions a lot easier and have more interaction with you guys. And see you guys next time.